Yes, hello everyone. Good morning. Happy Diwali to all of you. Those who haven't downloaded this app of Unacademy, please download it. It will help you a lot. My name is Harshvardhan Singh. I completed my graduation as an engineer, then I did my master's in economics. Earlier, I was selected as an intelligence bureau officer, and since last 8 years, I am working as an educator and dealing with the subject history, economics, and international relations. Those who haven't taken subscription yet, so I request to all of you to take a subscription. We have option of 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and yearly. So I request you to take a subscription for a year. We have plus an iconic subscription, and whenever you want to take the admission, please use my code HARSHV10. It will give you lots of benefits, and along with that you are considered as my student. Okay, so again, in the last lecture we discussed the unification of Italy from 1848 to 1859. In that, the major issue we discussed, a quick recap of last lecture. A major issue we discussed, that is Crimean War plus Treaty of Paris. Yes. Crimean War gives the opportunity for Sardinia to present their case to expose the exploitation of Austria in front of Britain, France, and Russia. In the Treaty of Paris, when they presented their case, they got the sympathy from Britain and France. Okay, so this is the first event we mentioned. Then we mentioned about Pact of Lombaris. Pact of Lombaris, here the France. It is a secret pact between France and Sardinia. In that we mentioned that France gets two provinces of Sardinia, that is Nice and Savoy, and Sardinia gets Lombardy and Venetia from Austria after defeating Austria with help of France. So it was agreement, but when they waged the war, after that France unilaterally retreated from the war, and finally that leads to the signing of pact known as Peace of Villafranca. So we mentioned that till 1859, impediment or obstacles remain the same. That is, Austria still a challenge, presence of papal state is a challenge, and presence of France is still a challenge. Just imagine, when we started Italian Revolution, at the same time these were the challenges. After so many years, the challenges remain the same. Yes, and still one more thing, Sardinia still not in position to defeat Austria and France. Clear? Now, in 1860, there was a popular revolt broke out. A revolt broke out in Kingdom of Two Sicilies, and that revolt was led by Garibaldi. Earlier we mentioned his army was known as Red Shirt Army. Without too much resistance, Garibaldi captured Sicily. It boosts his confidence. Again, he turned his focus to the Naples. So this is the Italy, and we mentioned here is the Naples, and here is the island known as Sicily Island. So when he captured Sicily, now he focuses on Naples, and with small resistance he captured Naples. So when he captured Naples and Sicily, he became a master of it, and he declared himself as a dictator of Kingdom of Two Sicilies in the name of Victor Emmanuel. And why it is so? Because they all were having only aspect, that is, they want Italy. An idea and concept is there. They want in reality, they want a political state known as Italy. So that's why at present Victor Emmanuel is not there. So I'm going to take the responsibility of it. And whenever Victor Emmanuel is going to come, I'm going to surrender authority. It was a kind of commitment of Garibaldi. Clear? So once he captured these two areas, now it's a logical move. Just imagine, as I mentioned, this is under Austria, this is under Papal State, this is under France. So now this obstacle is solved. This obstacle is solved, that is Naples and Sicily is under Garibaldi. With this, he started marching towards north. With this, he started marching towards north, and in meanwhile there were some central duchies like Umbria and Marches. These were the central duchies where Austrian princes ruled. He captured these two areas, and now his confidence is beyond imagination. Just imagine, you came, you grabbed the Sicily, then you grabbed the Naples, you became the dictator, and on the way you captured two duchies. Now he is too much confident, and now he planned, after capturing all these four territory, now he planned to capture Rome. Means for that he has to attack Papal State. Idea is good. Yes, idea is good. I appreciate. Everybody appreciate his courage. But one problem was there. This Papal State is a religious state. So as we mentioned earlier, if you are going to attack Papal State, that means you are hurting the sentiments of Catholics. So it is basically considered as an attack over Catholic religion. That is the one thing. And as I mentioned, this is a papal state. That means religious state. That means they do not have army. Why religious teachers required army? No need of that. But as we all are human beings, so we want to protect the God. We want to protect the God. And as Pope is a religious leader, so he doesn't have the army. Then what? France provided a protection. The papal state was surrounded by French garrison. France was surrounded by French garrison. So, if Garibaldi wants to attack papal state, then first he has to attack French garrison, and attack over the French garrison, that means attack over France. Now you get it. It's not so easy to attack Rome, but Garibaldi was in different mood. Just let's take your example. Without too much preparation, if you qualify prelims, you are like that. Yes, I'm so much talented. With some preparation, if you crack mains, then you are like that. I can do anything, and you are going to underestimate the five people who are waiting for you in the interview room. And once you entered without preparation, they are going to expose your holiness. It was the same thing for Garibaldi. Garibaldi was thinking about it, and he started his march towards Rome. But as Gaud resumed his office, and once he knew that Garibaldi is going to attack Rome, he convinced his master Victor Emmanuel III, and in his word I am going to tell you, stop that madman. If you are not going to stop that madman, then that person is going to ruin our idea of Italy. He is going to end the process of unification. So whatever you want to do, please stop that madman. Clear? So it was a case. Here the French garrison was there. And yes, it is not the case. You can go from here to here. So Victor Emmanuel was in north, He marched towards south and he met Garibaldi. After meeting to Victor Emmanuel, Garibaldi surrendered his authority and he left that job. Clear? Just imagine the, what we can say, generosity of a person. A person grabbed the power and that person surrendered the power without any expectation. And why it is so? Because they love their country. It was not at all an individual fight. It was a fight for the people. It was a fight for the dream. And once Victor Emmanuel met Garibaldi, Garibaldi surrendered his authority, and now all area, all area means basically all the area here is Venetia, Lombardy. Now it is a part of Sardinian Empire. Here is suppose Papal State, and here is Sicily, Naples, Sicilia. So this thing is remained. The rest is a part of now Italy along with the central duchies. So what's the next thing? After that, Victor Emmanuel and Kaur was basically democratic in nature. What they did? They asked for referendum. They asked the people whether they want to become a part of a newly developed state, that is Italy, or whether they want to be independent. This thing is very unique in unification of Italy. In unification of Germany, you never saw a referendum or anything else. Clear? Why it is so? Because they were democratic in nature. They believe in democracy. So Victor Emmanuel took a referendum, and what do you think? What people are going to support? Whether they are going to be part of referendum, or the means whether they want to be part of Italy or they want to stay alone. No. It's a dream. So that's why when referendum takes place at that time, people overwhelmingly supported the idea of unification. So in 1861, formation of Italy was there. 1861, Italy became a nation state without Rome and Venetia. This is the part. This is the part, that is, here is Venetia and here is Rome. Without these two parts, formation of a nation state Italy. And as I mentioned, Victor Emmanuel as well as Kaur was democratic in nature and a logical step, that is establishment of Italian parliament. But at the same time, due to bad health, Italy lost Kaur. Kaur died. But as you know that everyone is having their own wish, and he mentioned his last wish in front of his king, and he said that I want unification of Italy, I want Venetia, I want Rome, and without these two, unification is incomplete task. Without it, unification is incomplete task, and I want Rome to be capital of Italy. So a man who is on the bed waiting for death, at that time in that deathbed he asked the promise from his king, and his king said that okay, we will find out some solution. Now in 1861, Italy became nation state. Italy became nation state without Rome, without Venetia, but still The obstacle remains the same. That is, Austria is the main obstacle. Presence of Papal State is also another obstacle. And third, that French garrison was there to protect Papal State. So these were the three main obstacles in the unification process remains the same. So you were thinking like that, oh my God, what is the case? Since the beginning, the three obstacles remain the same. Always remember, Italian unification is very important for student point of view. You have to learn many more things from unification of Italy. What exactly? Just imagine we are here in 1861 and just after 9 years, unification accomplished. How it is possible? They waited for a long time. It is just like your situation. First prelims, second prelims, third prelims. Still you're not in a position to crack it. But you will definitely crack it. Just focus on your preparation. Just learn from your mistake and try to avoid the mistake in very next attempt. Take the advice from your senior, take the guidance from your senior. They are going to guide you very well and avoid the mistake. If you are going to do that, you're going to crack it. And yes, remember, life gives opportunity to everyone. But once you get the opportunity, you should be ready for that. Italy's condition was the same. Italy doesn't have anything to do by themselves. They just waited for the opportunity and they grabbed the opportunity. Whenever opportunity is there, Italy is there and Italy grabbed it. Clear? So till 1861 we discussed and obstacles remain the same. Let's see how things are going to change so fastly. Next thing, in 1866, as 1861 I mentioned, Italy became a nation state. Only person remained, that is Victor Emmanuel. Obstacle remains the same and no choice. He just wait for a right opportunity, and that right opportunity again provided by Prussia. Prussia took help of Italy against Austria as compared to Italy. Prussia was powerful. Here is suppose Italy, here is Prussia. Sorry, here is Italy, here is Prussia, and here is Austria. As compared to Prussia, Italy was too small, but still they took help. And why? It's very simple. दुश्मन का दुश्मन दोस्त होता है. Enemy's enemy is our friend. Simple. They were the enemy, and along with that, once Austria, Prussia, enemy, Austria, Italy, enemy, so they became friend. This is the one aspect of it. Second aspect, that is, instead of waging a war against one front, it is always better to have open two fronts. So from one side, Italy opened the front, on other side, Prussia opened the front, so that it divided the Austrian army. It divided the Austrian army, and that resulted into defeat of Austria. And once the defeat of Austria is there, Italy gets the opportunity to capture Venetia. It was a long-term dream for them and they fulfilled it. Now Venetia became a part of Italy. And this capturing gets recognition in the Treaty of Prague. So Treaty of Prague was basically, as we mentioned in German unification, it is the same. Battle of Sedova is same, Battle of Sedan is same, Treaty of Prague is same. As we mentioned, Treaty of Prague was basically peace treaty with Austria. So they do not want to take anything from Austria, but Italy said that this area is having Italian speaking population, so we want it, and Austria surrendered that area. So Austria recognized the Venetia as a part of Italy. Okay, so now again we are going to draw the diagram. Here is Sicily, here is Sardinia, Piedmont. This island belongs to Sardinia, Piedmont. The only thing remains, that is Rome. Everything is right now under Italy. Clear? Everything is now Italy, but the most important obstacle remains there. So after Battle of Sedova, France is there as an obstacle and Papal State is still obstacle. Clear to everyone? Good. Now the next thing. Again they don't have any choice. Victor Emmanuel just wait for right opportunity and again Prussia provided the opportunity. How? Prussia asked help from Italy against the France. As you know that here is a France, here is Italy and here is a Germany. Means France and Italy are basically neighbors. And why it is so? Because of the same thing. Dushman ka dushman dost hota hai. Clear? And it is the same reason. Instead of fighting from one front, it is always better to fight from both the front. So Prussia asked support from Italy and Italy supported because of the vested interest. So finally, the France versus Prussia plus Italy from Prussian side and as it was difficult for France to tackle as it was difficult for France to tackle Prussia because Prussia is right now a powerful country. So what France did? France did a wonderful thing like France removed this garrison. Yes, France removed this garrison and this gave the opportunity for Italy to attack from all the sides and they grabbed the territory. It is difficult for France to win the war without full strength. So French called their garrison back from Rome and thus got the opportunity and Italy grabbed the opportunity and attacked Rome and captured Rome and unification task accomplished. Means till the last moment there was no assurity that France is going to remove the garrison. Once France remove that garrison, Italy attacked from all sides and captured Rome. So it made Pope very angry because Pope was ruling this area for a long time. Now Pope was so angry over that, and because of that reason, Pope didn't came for a long time from his place. Here is Rome, and what we mentioned, as per the promise given to Cavour by Victor Emmanuel, Rome became the capital of Italy. As Victor Emmanuel was democratic in nature, he doesn't want to hurt the sentiment of Pope as well as Pope was a religious leader of Catholics and he doesn't want to hurt the sentiment of Catholic people as well. So he made a pact with Pope and he said that what you want? What do you want? You want autonomy? We are going to provide you autonomy and that state is known as Vatican City. It is a state within Italy. They have all the autonomy. They have all the autonomy. But Victor Emmanuel was firm that Rome is the capital of Italy and we are not going to give you at any cost. Pope also agree with that. Why? Because people also supported the idea of unification. So finally unification of Italy accomplished at the last moment. Clear? So there was a sacrifice of thousands and millions of people and four people played a most important role, that is Victor Emmanuel, Cavour, Mazzini and Garibaldi. Clear everyone? So if you compare the both unification, you will get to know that unification of Italy was really difficult task as compared to unification of Germany. In the German unification, Bismarck single-handedly operated everything, but here it was not the case. Here they have to consult everyone. Along with that, Germany or Prussia was economically powerful as compared to Italy. Clear? So that's all for today's lecture. Thank you very much for your valuable time, and once again wishing you very happy Diwali. Take care.